Hi guys, welcome back to the tavern. I'm Kamari. Today I just wanted to make a quick video just discussing a few things about why I stopped making videos about Hogwarts Legacy and what my plans are moving forward with the channel, with Hogwarts Legacy and everything. So first off, right off the bat, the reason I stopped making videos about Hogwarts Legacy is because we were very close to release. I know a lot of people would say, well, that's crazy. That's the best time to cash in. You're going to get so many views, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, I'm really looking forward to this game. That's why I started covering it. That's why I wanted to make my YouTube channel basically all about it, and I got really excited for it. But as we got closer to release, we started seeing a couple of things. More and more sites covering it in a negative light. More and more gameplay and videos coming out. People reviewing it before the game's even out or talking about certain aspects that we know, have breadcrumbs amount of information about. And with that, people are going to criticize certain things, and you're going to have people who are saying, oh, look at how bad this system looks because they don't agree with like the J.K. Rowling thing. And I'm the type of person that if I see a review or I, have a negative aspect about something pointed out to me, I will subconsciously start looking for that. For example, if you said like, oh, this game's good, but the music's really bad. I may have thought the music was fine in the beginning, but now I'm going to subconsciously start looking for the music to be bad. Or if you said the voice acting was bad, I'll start looking for, dialogue lines that are delivered awkwardly or, not perfect. And that's not the mindset I want to go into Hogwarts Legacy with. And unfortunately, I was put in this really weird position of how do I cover this game while limiting the amount of information that I get. And if I'm limiting my own information, I feel like I'm not reporting or delivering complete information to you. So I kind of made the decision of taking a step back from it, trying my best to cut off all access to outside media, trying to limit videos I see. I've watched a little bit of they released the 11 minutes on IGN. I skipped every little bit of story. I just wanted a little glimpse of the combat, which looks fantastic. I had some doubts in the beginning because it looked a little clunky and the reveal trailer and all that, but I think it looks really good now. Looks a lot smoother and it looks a lot more fleshed out and really exciting. So that's one positive thing I can say about it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to take a step back because I have a feeling with the people who are so against J.K. Rowling and people who don't want this game to succeed, a lot of these people are game critics and reviewers, and they're gonna just start. They've tried the whole "don't buy it" route, and that did not work at all. In fact, you could argue it had the opposite effect. The game probably sold more copies because of it, because it became trending on Twitter, and people who probably didn't even know the game was coming out was like, "Oh, a new Harry Potter game? Oh, and people are pissed off about it. I'm definitely buying it now." And so I think that it actually helps sell the game. So I think the next route that we're going to see is review bombing. And this is going to come from the side of people that usually accuse other people of review bombing. But I 100% think we're going to see YouTubers and streamers, releasing just reviews that are just super negative and say it's bad. Game journalists doing the same thing. We've got forums that are banning people from even talking about the game. So people are really trying to get this game dead on arrival, but they're actually just breathing even more life into it, ironically. So I will 100% after the game comes out be covering a lot of the game. I want to do videos about the different quest lines, the different characters, any lore that can be found, any maybe hidden lore or analyzing. I really like videos that take a game like Knights of the Old Republic and kind of walk through the entire game, explaining what's going on, explaining quests, explaining characters. The Salt Factory is a channel that I'll shout out that I think does a really excellent job at this. And so that I'd love to do a long format video like that as well. So covering the game is definitely going to be really big for me. I've already not only pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition. I know you can go look at my video where people will say that I said don't pre-order it when that's not what I said. I said wait until January to pre-order it, which is exactly what I did. I waited till January. I know they're still getting the same amount of money and all that, but I do feel like with I still don't agree with all the aspects of the certain things being held back. I think cosmetic things are fine, but I think a game mode is a little extreme. And so, I'm going to buy the game, but I'm going to make you wait a little longer to get the money. And I think that's, kind of sending the essence of a message that I wanted to send, but I digress. So I've already taken, not only have I pre-ordered it, but I've already put in for a vacation day on the day it comes out. So I'll have that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll probably start streaming it, Thursday at midnight as soon as it comes online. So I'm really looking forward to that. Speaking of which, that brings me to something. So I'm in a dilemma. I'm in a big dilemma here. And that dilemma is streaming on YouTube or Twitch, because on YouTube, getting close to like 400 subs, which is not a big number, but you know, it makes me feel like huge. Like honestly, I never thought I'd get more than, you know, 50 subs. So like, I say it's not a big number, but I mean, like, to me, it's huge. It's much more than I ever thought. But in the grand scheme of things, I guess I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm super, super grateful to each and every individual. So I guess my dilemma is on Twitch. I have like 100 followers on Twitch, and I'm like affiliate, all that. I have all that set up, and I like streaming on Twitch. However, I feel like my audience has grown on YouTube, and I have like a lot of people who comment on every video I make, which I love. I have a lot of people who, you know, like every video and all that, and I want to, in a sense, remain loyal to those people, because those are people that I do feel like are amazing, and I in an ideal world they would watch me on Twitch, but I don't want them to feel like I'm leaving them out. And so I would like your guys' opinion on this. If I stream on Twitch, is that if you're a regular viewer of the channel, or maybe you see this in some of my other videos and decide you want to become one, would you watch me on Twitch, or would you rather me stream on YouTube? What platform do you prefer the viewing experience on? I would really, really love to know that, so I can make a better decision when the game does come out. And I'm thinking about starting streaming again even before then, just to get back into the vibe, interacting with chat. I really, really love streaming. And now that I have a kind of a set 9-to-5 job, it's a lot more doable for me now. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, if you could give me your thoughts on that. The other reason I really haven't been making many videos lately is I experimented a little bit with making different kinds of content, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm kind of been like doing a lot of brainstorming and thinking about like, what direction do I want to go? Do I just want to make whatever I feel like making? Do I need to take the channel in a very in a straight direction? Like, I know the answer, like, oh, if I want to grow, I need to kind of focus on one thing, but at the same time, I want to enjoy what I'm making. So my brain's all over the place. So I'll be making all kinds of stuff. So, you know, kind of think about that. But another big reason is I recently got really big back into World of Warcraft. Dragonflight. It was an excellent expansion, by the way. Anybody who's thought about maybe giving the game a try, I think right now is the best time in years to do so. So I've been, you know, hanging out with new people, you know, I've got a new guild, been having fun doing that, but I'm ready to get back into creating content, and everything. So, but getting back on Hogwarts Legacy. So I want to talk about, I've got a few bullet points here, some things I've seen. Kind of like I said, people are still losing their minds over this game. People are still writing negative reviews about it, negative articles about it, calling for boycotts, calling for, you know, banning people for even talking about the game. You know, just going crazy. And I just want to say, like, hey, if you're looking forward to this game, just tone all of that out. Honestly, like, if you want my advice, my advice would be to do what I'm doing. Just kind of try to go on like a media blackout until the game comes out. Like, obviously not any form of media, but, you know, don't go looking up YouTube videos, or don't go Googling things. I mean, if you're looking for a good laugh on the latest boycott article, I get that. But, you know, don't listen to any kind of nonsense that's going on telling you what you can and can't play. And if you're one of the people that's like, I will not play this game, hey, that's your right. You know, I'd tell you the same thing. You know, don't listen to the people who tell you you're stupid for not wanting to play the game because you hate J.K. Rowling. You are just as much entitled to not want to play the game as I am to want to play the game. So I think I would just like kind of tone it out, because as the game gets closer to release, it's going to get louder and louder. It's going to get trending on Twitter again here in the next few days, I'm sure. Just tone it out. I'll edit that out. So a couple things I've heard one thing I've heard that I wanted to talk about is I've had on a few YouTube videos, people were commenting about it, and I've seen it here and there. And that's that they're worried that the game is going to be ruined by wokeism, which is like kind of like what we've seen in like shows like Velma is a great example. You could argue Rings of Power, just like lately in movies and TV shows, this trend of like setting unrealistic, which is ironic when we're talking about Harry Potter, but just making things mirror current politics too much. And the biggest thing I've seen people talking about is the fact that you could make a trans character in Hogwarts Legacy. I do see why that could be concerning to some people, but what I want to say is the game I don't predict this game being ruined by any sort of wokeism, by any sort of like political messaging. I think giving you the ability to make a trans character was kind of a compromise because of J.K. Rowling's past, and they don't want people to feel alienated. I don't think we're going to have any aspects of like politics being brought into the story. I don't think that there's going to be any, just ridiculousness. I think from what I've seen, it looks like it's just going to be a good story set in the Harry Potter universe. I could be completely wrong. We'll see, but I don't think that this game will be ruined by any type of like, demasculating, male characters, or over glorifying female characters, or, having trans characters all over the place. Just unrealistic. If there's like one character in the game who's trans, which would probably be like statistically accurate, right? I would say, fine. If there's like one lesbian or gay character, that's fine, but if every other character is a lesbian or gay, that's where you start like running into like the wokeism stuff. And I don't think we're going to have to worry about that at all. I've seen some concerns about that come up, and I mean, I can't 100% put your mind at ease, but I think from what I've seen, it's safe to say that we're not going to have to really deal with that. Like I said, I watched a little bit. I've been skipping anything that has anything to do with story. The 11 minutes of IGN gameplay did come out. I watched that. It looks really good. I love the environmental aspect of it, being able to, Wingardium Leviosa barrels and throw them at enemies. In my opinion, the person who was playing for IGN, I don't think was like a very good gamer, because he just, I don't know, not to be a backseat game player, but it just didn't seem like they were super good with the combat, which they probably had just picked it up. I think it's one of those things where, like, the better you get, the cooler the game gets. There were some flashes of, like, oh, that's super sick. But then there was a lot of, like, the guy just getting wrecked by just stuff. It's like, okay. I don't see a Forspoken issue happening where the game looks super good and then we actually get our hands on it and we're like, oh, this is terrible. And that's another, the Forspoken, that's just a whole nother story. The last thing pretty much is just the future plans. Like I already said, I'm definitely going to be streaming the game on launch if that's something you're interested in. If you've been watching my videos up to now and you want to see me when the game goes live, I will probably be streaming an hour or two beforehand leading up to, and then boom, minute it goes live, we're in there, we're locked in, we're ready to go. Again, I'd love to get you guys' feedback on if you prefer YouTube or Twitch. Which platform do you think I should stream on? Which would you rather watch me on? And if I did stream, what's the likelihood that you would tune in to a stream by me? This is a little bit more of a serious video than my normal stuff, but based on my other content, I'd love to get some feedback on that, and I'd love to see if you'd like to give my Twitch channel a follow. It's the same as my YouTube, just twitch.tv/Kamari94. I'd love to see you there. Like I said, I want to start streaming a little bit more before the game launches. Maybe I'll do a little streaming on YouTube and a little streaming on Twitch, just to see what happens. Maybe through an old Harry Potter game or something. Like I already said as well, I'm going to be making a lot of videos covering quest lines, characters, lore, story, the castle, exploration, just anything I can think of. Maybe like top 10 wands, robes, whatever, depending on how that works. How to tame this rare beast kind of thing. I'm going to wear this game out is my plan. And then the last thing is just I'm looking to broaden my content. So I'd love any ideas and feedback you guys have on that. I would, like what are some good games you'd like to see covered? What are some good topics? I really like the idea of making, like kind of video essay, videos soon. I've got a couple ideas for that. Like are public betas a good idea or a bad idea? How game design has evolved in the past 20 years, stuff like that. Maybe, 30-minute to an hour long videos, just looking at the ins and outs and the pros and cons of different topics within the gaming atmosphere. Another one would be like, are streamers good for video games? Just things like that. So I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on that. I know this wasn't my flashiest video or probably even my most interesting. And if you're still watching, I really, really appreciate it. You're the best. And I would love it if you could comment and give me some insight on some of the things I've been asking about. And I look forward to seeing more of you, Tube. more of you guys in the coming days and weeks and months and years even. Hopefully more so in even a live streaming format. I think that would be really awesome. And yeah, just thanks everyone who stuck around. Thanks to all my subscribers. I'm really looking forward to what the future holds. And as always, I'm Kamari. Welcome to the tavern. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys in the next video, and have a great week.